What's up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today we're coming on with another foundation review video for the foundation series. And not only am I going to be doing a foundation review, I'm also going to be adding a concealer review from the same line. I've been enjoying doing these duo type of videos because if you remember, I don't know if I'll post it before or after this video, but I just reviewed the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation and concealer. And then I also just recently did the Fenty Beauty revisit for the foundation, which I have my perfect shade now. And then I also tried out her new concealer and setting powder. So I'm enjoying these duo videos, knocking them out at the same time so you guys can hear my opinion about both products and decide if you want to go buy them. So I'm even more excited about today's video because guess what? It's a drugstore brand, which means affordable. So I'm always here for a good drugstore foundation. I'm excited to jump in, but before doing so, y'all know I gotta do it. I wanna welcome all of you guys who might be new here to my channel. Hopefully you will enjoy something you see on this platform and it will make you wanna stay around a little longer and then maybe even click that red subscribe button and join the family. Now for all my other OGs, welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So jumping right in, the foundation or the products we're going to be trying today are from the brand Milani. So I have the foundations here and also the concealers, and this is from the Conceal and Perfect line. If you guys remember, I've already done a review on the liquid version of this, so now they've just come out with the stick version. So I'm really excited about trying this out, and also these concealers. I got two different shades. I did order them online because they just came out and I didn't want to have to go in store and hope I could find all of the shades and things like that. As usual, I'm going to go right on the website and read you guys the claims. We're going to talk about the packaging and all of that, and then we're going to jump right into trying these products out. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just a real simple plastic container packaging. Doesn't seem like they spent much money on it, which I'm not mad at it. If you want to save the money on the packaging and give me better product, I'm here for it all day. Pretty much is a twist up top like so. I don't know, for me this just screams old woman, grandma. That's what I get from this type of packaging. It's just not hip, it's not with it. I don't know, it's just not current to me. So I kind of wish they would change the packaging, but who am I to talk? It's not my product. Also, we have the concealer. This is what the packaging looks like. It's pretty much, I think this is actually a glass container, and it does have a doe foot applicator, and it seems like it holds a lot of product on it too, meaning you won't have to keep dipping the brush into the container and constantly putting it on your face. So that's always a plus. Okay, so getting into the claims of the foundation. As I said, this is the Conceal and Perfect foundation stick. It says this is our full coverage creamy foundation stick that blends seamlessly to cover imperfections and even the skin tone. This weightless stick delivers a natural matte finish that lasts up to 12 hours. The transfer and water resistant formula contains bamboo powder to absorb oil and lily extract to lighten the look of pores, and it's available in 20 shades, which I don't feel is too bad for a drugstore product because there are some drugstore products that they release and it might be like 8 or 10 shades. So 20 isn't a bad start. Hopefully they will expand it eventually. In terms of the concealer, this is also from the Conceal and Perfect line. This is one of their long wearing concealers. It says that this is supposed to be a creamy, full coverage, water resistant makeup that instantly conceals and lasts up to 12 hours also. Perfect for concealing under eye circles, blemishes, and skin discoloration. The formula contains vitamin E to help replenish skin's moisture and is available in 18 shades. As usual, I'm going to be using two different beauty tools. Today I'm going to be using my Morphe M439 brush on one side, and then on the other side I'm going to be using my Fenty Precision Makeup Sponge. I think that's the exact name of it because I always say like my Fenty Beauty Sponge, but it has another name. So I'm going to try it with the both of these. I feel like I'm going to like the brush a little bit better because normally that's the case for me with stick foundations, but you know, we're gonna try them both out. I picked up two different shades in the foundation. The first one that I picked up is called Amber, and this is classified as dark with warm yellow undertones. So I feel like this could possibly match me. And then I also picked up the shade Nutmeg 280. This one is classified as dark with deep yellow undertones. So I wasn't really sure. I feel like I'm gonna be more so in the warm yellow undertone category. So the first one I'm going to try out is going to be 275 Amber. I'm going to do it on the side of my face just like we did in the Fenty video so we can really see what matches. Doesn't look bad. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys, you get this amount of product in the container, which I don't feel like is bad. It's 0.46 fluid ounces. And I want to compare this to another foundation stick that I recently did a video on, which I'm not sure if it's going to be up before or after this. This is the Maybelline Superstay stick, and this is the Milani. And I've only used this one, I think, once. And look at the comparison between the two of these. Like, if you're going to do a stick foundation, this is how you do a stick foundation. So for the Maybelline, you only get 0.25, and with the Conceal and Perfect, you get 0.46. So yeah, a vast difference. And I think the Maybelline was actually more expensive than the Milani. So if this one works, this might actually be a better product to purchase instead of, you know, my Maybelline. The next one I'm going to try is 280. This is Nutmeg. Oh yeah, I can already see. We're going to be going with Amber. So it is a little bit darker. When I look at them in the container, they look really close in color to me. But when you put it on your skin, yeah, comes out a little bit different. I've already moisturized my skin, and I also put on a little bit of my MAC Strobe cream because this is supposed to be even more moisturizing and give you kind of like a luminous glow to your skin. And normally with stick foundations, they tend to be a little bit drying on me, and this is supposed to be a natural matte type of finish. So I already know I'm gonna need a little bit more moisture. It went on really easily. It wasn't too tough, pretty creamy. Okay, blending this out, it looks really skin-like. It looks like my skin, so not bad. I'm gonna build it up a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little more, and I'm just gonna press it into the skin so I can get that full coverage. This is looking really, really good, you guys. I feel like the undertone is just a tad bit off for me, but I can work with this. I can work with this. It's nice and warm in terms of the undertone. It looks so freaking skin-like. That's kind of what I like about stick foundation is normally you can get a really natural looking finish to your skin with them. I'm not liking the sponge. It's shearing the coverage all the way out. So I think because I want to cover up this little guy that I just got today and a few more marks on my face. So we're just going to do the brush. We're fully covered, and it's leaving me with a nice, healthy, natural looking finish. So I'm not even getting like natural matte right now. I'm getting more just natural skin, a little dewiness actually. It looks really good on my forehead too, where I normally get creasing. Hopefully it's not going to settle into my smile lines, but we'll see as we go. But I'm liking it. I like the application of it. It was super easy to blend out. The layering still looks really good. It doesn't look cakey or anything. And I feel like I can work with this shade. So we're doing really good. We're doing good. Now going into the concealers, I got two different shades. I got 160 Warm Tan, which I wanted to use more as kind of like a correcting shade just to eliminate the dark circles. And then I also picked up 145 Warm Beige for a little bit of under eye highlighting. I'm gonna go in with the darker shade first. Nice applicator. I didn't really need to go into the container twice. I could have gotten it done with just one pop out, but I did go back in. This is to me, it's not coming off as creamy in terms of the concealer. It's more so kind of like in between creamy and liquid. That blended right out really easily and covered up all of the dark circles there. Okay, this shade isn't too bad. I was thinking it was gonna be way, way paler and just look off, but this is blending out nicely on top of that foundation too. And it's still looking super skin-like. Y'all, this drugstore foundation and concealer are impressing the heck out of me right now because it looks so good. If it could stay like this all day, this would be a winner for me. Like, I love the way it's blending out so easily. It doesn't look cakey underneath the eyes, and I've just put 2 layers of concealer. I'm excited, you guys. I'm really excited right now. Okay, so I'm gonna set the under eye concealer with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So I'm just gonna tap out all of these little creases and go in and set it. I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and come back on and let you guys know how everything else applied, how it's wearing after, you know, maybe 10-15 minutes. And then we're gonna get into wearing this for all day long. So I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face, and this is what my skin is looking like with the foundation as well as the concealer. In terms of how my skin looks, I'm really liking this foundation a lot. It looks super skin-like, it looks flawless, but it's kind of like that everyday flawless where it's not super caked on. I love the shade match of it after blending everything out. Now, the only thing that I am noticing about the foundation is that it is starting to crease a little bit around my mouth and my smile lines, and I also see just a tad bit of creasing on my forehead. That could be because I did put a little bit of powder there, and I'm a dry girl. I always say this, I'm a dry girl, and it's wintertime, so maybe I shouldn't have put any powder there. It's not too unbearable. So for the most part, I'm liking the foundation, the shade of it, pretty much everything about it. I love the finish of it. It is that natural matte finish. Now that I look at it after waiting a little bit, it definitely dried down to a natural matte, which isn't too drying at all. It actually doesn't really feel like I have foundation on my skin, which I love. Let's get into this concealer though, because I have some different thoughts on that. It's not a favorite of mine just yet because it's already starting to crease, and I'm not liking that so much. Now, it definitely did cover up all of my dark circles. I feel like the colors that I used with the powder that I used, my Sacha Buttercup, it actually all ended up, you know, kind of blending well together where it doesn't look super light underneath my eyes. It kind of looks more like a natural highlight. So I do like the shades that I picked up. I don't know if it's creasing because I put on two different ones, but I only did 2 layers. Probably would have done 2 layers even with just using one shade. So I don't know what's going on. It's just looking extremely dry. I did hydrate my under eyes before coming on camera today, so that wouldn't be the issue. And it's still creasing. Hopefully it doesn't get worse than it is right now. I feel like right now it's bearable, and I normally get like slight creasing under my eyes anyway in those folds. But overall, everything else still looks really good, really nice, really healthy, and I'm liking it. These products are super affordable. So if anything, I really hope the foundation holds up and looks good throughout the entire day, because this could be another drugstore favorite of mine. I am going to try to wear this as long as possible. It's currently 9:25 a.m. so I have all day to wear this to give you guys my opinion on it, because it is supposed to be 12-hour wear. So I might actually be able to make it 12 hours if it's already just 9 now. So I'm gonna try to wear it for 12 hours today, just so you guys can see if that 12-hour claim holds up or not. So I will come back on later on tonight to let you guys know how all of these products have held up. So see you then. All right, you guys, I'm back. It's now the end of the night. It's currently 8:30 p.m. Now, before you say it, I know I said I was gonna leave this on for 12 hours. So technically that would have been around 9:30. But right now, I don't feel like there's gonna be much of a difference in an hour from now from what it looks like on my face right now in terms of how the foundation and concealer wore throughout the day. So this is what my skin is looking like now after 11 hours of wear with a drugstore foundation and concealer. I have to say, I'm not mad at it. Like, looking at it on my monitor right here connected to the camera, it looks pretty much like it did earlier today. I am seeing a little bit more dewiness and shine coming through on my forehead and my T-zone and stuff like that, but I don't feel like this is bad at all, especially for a drugstore foundation. This is actually holding up a lot better than even some higher end foundations that I've tried before. So overall, I'm actually really liking it. It hasn't rubbed off in any place, including over like most of my acne scars. Now right here where I had pretty much an active breakout, I was picking at it a little bit, so the coverage there has faded some. But in terms of everywhere else on my face, it's only like slightly faded a little bit. The only thing that I'm not liking about it is that it is settling into my smile lines a lot more, and it's looking a tad bit drier and age, like older in those areas, which I don't tend to like, but that's not anything out of the ordinary that I don't normally get with most foundations. I really feel like I could just spray this beauty sponge and kind of like correct those areas. So I'm going to try that right now. Just give it a little squirt, not too much, and just pat in those areas where it looks a little bit dry and it's getting creasing. And honestly, I feel like after doing that, it made the foundation look a little bit better for sure. But in terms of the concealer, it is creasing quite a bit, and it creased like pretty much right after I put it on and set it, which I don't always get that with concealers. I get a little bit of creasing, just a little bit, but not a lot. This isn't actually that bad. If you compare this to the Fenty concealer now, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but if you compare it to the Fenty concealer, in my review of that, this actually is holding up a lot better, and it doesn't look as bad, doesn't look as cakey and all of that, but it's just not amazing. I'm not gonna say it's amazing. I don't feel like you should run out and buy this concealer, especially for the under eye area. It doesn't say that it's supposed to be for people who have oily skin or anything like that. I don't think it said it had a matte finish. So I feel this is something for all skin types. In terms of everywhere else on my face where I applied the concealer, it still looks really good. It's not breaking down. It's still fully covered. So I don't really have a problem with the concealer. I like the two colors. I felt like it did give full coverage. It covered up all of my dark circles, and it's still covering them up right now. So I would say if you just want to try the concealer out, if you don't really have super dry under eyes or things like that, or you don't mind a little bit of creasing, then definitely give it a try. Why not? It's not super expensive at all. I would definitely recommend these foundations for sure, because I feel like this is going to be a stick foundation that I actually reach for. I like this version of the Conceal and Perfect a lot more than the liquid. I feel like the liquid is just way too thick. I think that one gave a matte finish, which I did not like, and it looked drying on the skin. But if you're looking for something that is full coverage, but it's still going to give you that skin-like feel and look, this is the way to go. Definitely give this a try. That is pretty much going to be it in terms of my review of the foundation and concealer. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, make sure you give a thumbs up and show your girl some love. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family as always. And until next time, I'll see all of you beauties later. Bye.